back to the Northern Steel Podcast, episode Tres Treinta y Tres. For all my German speakers out there, I am Dominic, this is Chris, and we're refreshed, we're relaxed, and we're ready to go to finish off the rest of this Steelers season. Right, Chris?
You know, Dom, I feel good. I took a lot of time to reflect on the season and what we saw, and honestly, I feel like a new man.
It felt right to take a break, some little R&R, because after last week's game, we were just going to come on here and rant about the same issues we've been ranting about for the past month. So the Steelers needed a break. My God, we deserved a break. But if you're like, what are these guys so mad about? I'm going to cue you in on how the last game went. We had a bye week last week. The week before that, we played the 7-0 Eagles. The Eagles we got the ball first, and we got Kenny Pickett gets sacked. We go 3 and out. And then the Eagles get the ball, and Jalen Hurts throws a deep bomb to A.J. Brown. Minka Fitzpatrick tries to catch it. A.J. Brown says, nope, I'm going to catch a touchdown. And you know what, buddy? Maybe I'll catch a couple more. Who knows? Could be a spoiler for you. Edmonds is rolling his eyes. He's like, God damn it, this is how this game's going to go already. The whole Eagles squad is already dancing. I don't know what this is from. Is it from Step Up? Is it from Drumline? Who cares? They're going to have a lot more time to practice some more touchdowns later. And it looks like Minka's in the perfect position to pick that off. He just can't do it. But in the next possession, Kenny Pickett gets the ball. He throws a little side screen to Deontay Johnson, makes some people miss, and puts it up to about the 40-yard line, gain of like about 14 or 15 yards. We're getting the ball moved. We get a first down. It's 2nd and 13. It's a clear draw situation to our boy Jalen Warren, who just runs straight ahead, doesn't care about anyone's well-being, and gets about 10 yards on the play. Easy peasy for Jalen Warren, discussing what his role could be upcoming and for the rest of the season. Up next, there's a 2nd and 7. Kenny Pickett throws it over the middle of the field. Huh? What? We don't do that. To Pat Freiermuth. Should be doing it a lot more. And with a move that happened recently, maybe we will. On 4th and goal, what we're gonna do? Matt Canada's up. Oh God, a jet sweep, please. Oh no, wait! Chase Claypool throws a touchdown to Derek Watt. I couldn't believe it. Chase Claypool. Hey man, I like that guy. Maybe we should use him more this season. And you know, the Steelers and the Eagles are tied 7-7. Maybe they have a chance to beat the 7-0 Eagles. But then, touchdown, Eagles. Final score 35-13. Pretty cool. Pretty great. Pretty fun.
What a display.
Now, that was 2 weeks ago, Chris, and I have tried my best to kind of forget about it, because like I just said, we were going to rant and rave about all the same issues that we've already had. Do you have any thoughts about that game? Because I don't really have much.
I have 2 F words for you, Dom.
Oh, I'd love to hear them.
Forget and forgive. Not the F words you probably would have used. My initial F words after the game were, well, I'm sure you can quite imagine, but
I don't get paid enough to censor those.
Amen. Nor do we have the capabilities of censoring. So, I don't know. It was we saw this coming. You know, there was that brief little piece of hope in the very beginning when Chase Claypool on the trickery threw it to Derek Watt. But I should have known, because Derek Watt can only have one good offensive play in a season. And that it was all going to go downhill after that point. What can I say, man? Like, we expected this. I was hoping for not as much of a blowout, but then again, we played the only undefeated team in the entire NFL and currently undefeated team in the NFL. And God, did they make us look like children? It was embarrassing, man.
Yeah, we talked. I find that you said forget and forgive. I'm not ready to forgive anybody yet. But I am trying to forget through copious amounts of cough medicine that I'm taking before I'm feeling sick by watching this team. I mean, again, like, what else can I say? The all-22 for this game was horrendous from Kenny Pickett. By far his worst game of the season.
Yeah.
we tried to. Our biggest grief with Mitchell Trubisky was his reads. And I was pretty confident that Kenny Pickett was making better reads, at least in preseason. And in that first game, he came with the Jets, and these reads have been terrible. There have been people open. He's just not seeing them, not throwing it his way. I feel like that's also from a huge lack of confidence. I mean, we put him against the gauntlet of the NFL, against 4 really solid teams besides Tampa Bay. Sorry, Tom Brady. And he has thrown pick after pick and been sacked and sacked. And he has zero confidence. He looked pretty bad. Najee, not ready to give up on my boy Najee. I know a lot of you want to see him benched. I know a lot of you want to see him fired, cut, traded, whatever it may be. But I'm not ready to give up on him yet. But he did have some really bad plays. He, especially the one that sticks on everyone's mind, the flat, when he caught a ball in the flat on like 3rd and 2, and all he had to do was run forward, and he danced in place for like 5 seconds and didn't gain a single yard. It's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal.
It's just tough. And when I was saying the 2 Fs, I'm not really talking about forgiving the Steelers. It's more of like forgiving myself for falling victim to this team's trend. Like, I just don't understand why. I just had so much hope, but you know what? I'm not backing out. I'm still going to support them until the season's over, and for the rest of my life, I'm going to bleed the black and gold. But at the same time, yeah, it was just bad. Like you said before with Kenny, it's just by far his worst game.
Pickens didn't get a single catch. I don't even know if he had a target. He did
because they should have had that challenge play.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And that would have been the difference. No, I'm just joking. I'm not that naive. But at the same time, it was tough to watch. After that first drive, when we had a little bit of momentum, we just died off quickly. Kenny wasn't making the right reads. And yeah, like you said, not ready to give up on my boy, but at the same time, obviously we got to put the best players out there, and I really hope that Najee, whatever funk that he's in, can make those plays. We saw him do it last year. He made good plays. He turned things into first downs. I just don't know why that's not happening, but I
will say this to defend Najee, if I may, for just a quick second. I personally think, by watching the games, I know a lot of people are like, well, how come Jalen Warren can get 10 yards and Najee can't? Yeah, Najee is struggling in a lot of ways, but the situations in which he runs the ball are way different than when Jalen Warren runs the ball. Najee's constantly going up against stat boxes. He's constantly running on first down, which everyone and their grandma knows we're running on first down. So you're able to stop that, and there's nowhere to go for him at all. A lot of Jalen Warren's runs, especially big runs, have come on 2nd and long or 3rd and longs, and he gets a draw play, and there's a too high safety, and it's a good play design against that defense, and he's able to just run forward. I mean, Najee's best run of the year was a similar situation. It was a 2nd and long, and they did an HB draw, and he ran 18 yards up the middle. There's a little stat here. The Steelers called design runs on 42% of first downs, and Harris has carried the ball 65 times in that situation to Warren's 37. Harris is averaging 3.89 yards on first down, and Warren's averaging 2.85 on first down. Which I was going to say, too. There are a couple times where they've had Jalen Warren run on first down, and he doesn't get any yards. He does the same thing as Najee. I think the scheme does not fit Najee that well right now, and it's fitting Jalen Warren better. However, I do agree that maybe they should split it up a little bit more. But just to defend Najee a little bit, it doesn't seem as fair as what people are trying to make it out to be. As much as I like Jalen Warren, like I said, I think he should get more plays or whatever. AJ Brown really tore us apart. Witherspoon played like garbage, benched before half.
God, he's so bad, bad.
And you guys, I know we don't have a lot of listeners, so if you are listening, and maybe you're someone that we have talked to on this podcast, we tried to tell you that our cornerback position was really weak. Everyone kept saying, "Oh, we're better off." Yeah, we lost Joe Hayden, but Witherspoon was so good last year. We got Levi Wallace. We got a really good secondary. We don't. We told you it's gonna be weak. Just because Witherspoon did well last year, you got to see zero consistency out of that. I was gonna agree with the fans if Witherspoon played well this year. And I'd be like, "Yep, he's a good cornerback." But guess what, guys? He fell off, kind of like we thought he would.
Well, and that was his issue over in San Fran, was the consistency part. Like, they're like, he's not a bad guy, but at the same time, he's either really hot or really cold. And this season, he had that one game against the Bengals, and then he's been ice cold. Yeah, he's dealing with injuries, but he's horrendous. He constantly gets beat. The passer rating against him is astronomically high. Like,
might be perfect.
It might be perfect at the same time. I have no idea, but I'm glad that we finally took him out. I hope he doesn't see the field the rest of the season, personally.
Well, he might not, based on what's coming up, because after the game, after our one offensive touchdown from a jet sweep. Oh, speaking of that play, talk about a play, Chris, where I was like, "No, yay!" Like when I saw the jet sweep,
seriously,
and I saw people rush in the background and in the backfield, I was like, I can't believe we just did a jet sweep on 4th and goal, and they threw it. And I was so surprised. That was a great play. Thank you, Chase Claypool, and see you later. Because after that game, Tuesday was the trade deadline day. We made some trades. We unfortunately lost Chase Claypool to the Chicago Bears for a 2nd-round pick.
Yeah,
we also traded for William Jackson III from Washington for a 2025 conditional 7th round, I think. If that's correct. Maybe not.
I think you're right. And
talk about Claypool first, Chris.
I was gonna say it's tough, right? Because I feel like you and I talk about this a lot. We get too attached to the players that are currently on our team, and also like, I think Claypool was a little underutilized. Granted, yeah, he had a lot of growing up to do over the years, but at the same time, it was tough to see him leave. And, I know they talked about in trade rumors, and I was like, like, whatever. I don't think it's going to happen. And then it happened, and then I was like, wow, I feel so indifferent about it. However, I do feel like it was a very necessary move to make, especially looking at the position we're in now. And seeing how the first half of the season started. Obviously, the Steelers are 2-6, and this is not at all how we thought we were going to play this year. I'm pretty sure everyone didn't think we were going to play this poorly this year, but I think we are now officially calling it the rebuild. And to do that, we got such great value out of this trade with Chase Claypool, especially since we got the their actual 2nd-round draft pick rather than the one that they traded and got from the Ravens, which is huge.
Yep.
And so now the way that we're lined up is we'll have like the 38th overall and then like the 43rd or something.
We're at 34 right now. So we're at 34.
Yeah, 34.
And then potentially 38 if the season ended today. That's what it would be.
Right, and we drafted him at 43 when we. So obviously we're getting a higher value, and it's the same draft pick, the same capital, which is awesome and a good deal. Sad to see you go, Claypool, but honestly, I feel like this is the right move, especially looking at the receivers that we have and the young guys that we currently have on our roster.
I agree. I was sad to see Claypool go as well. He's done a lot of good, a lot of not so good for the Steelers. Also, pretty inconsistent player, to be honest. Had some flashes of really nice moments. Was kind of the reason we beat the Buccaneers this year. But also had a lot of bonehead plays. Falls over a lot too. I do think he's matured a lot as a person. I do truly wish him the best. I hope he can ball out in Chicago. They're starting to play a little bit better too offensively. So I hope he can find his place. I wish nothing but the best for him. But yeah, I think in our rebuilding year that we're in, it was, like you said, it was a high value pick to get that back, and it's something that had to be done because we don't have a lot of draft picks this next year. And we definitely need a lot of holes to fix on this team other than wide receiver. Then we got William Jackson III, a cornerback who I really desperately wanted in 2016, and the Bengals, those dirty rats, took him right before us. Pick 23, I believe. And then we had to go in panic and pick Artie Burns, the pick after that. That was, we all know how that worked out. From the, is that the U? Is that what you're
U of
doing
M, Miami.
U of M. Miami.
That's actually what they're called, which is funny because
No way. That's what Michigan calls themselves too.
I know. I think Jeff said that. Jeff, if you're listening, here's a shout out to you, you poor Bears sap. But hey, you're doing better than we are, so that's good. But he's a Michigan fan, so he knew that. And then I heard someone else saying,
I thought the University of Miami was the U. They just call it the U.
No, U of M. They all call it U of M. Apparently, Minnesota's the least, interesting and unique college of all time. So that's pretty neat. At least for a Gopher.
William Jackson III is a player that I really wanted. We got him for very cheap. I was hoping it was going to be super cheap because they said they're going to release him anyways, which then meant he would have gone to the waiver wire. And I personally think that we would have got him probably because we got to be number 4 on the waiver wire. You can't tell me someone's going to take him above us if we really wanted him, but we really wanted him, I guess. We traded for him. Like I said, low pick. I don't know. I'm excited to watch him contribute. I think a lot of people are mad like, oh yeah, this helps fix the Steelers right away. I don't think nothing's going to fix the Steelers right away. That's not what I thought at all. I don't think this helps fix them or do anything. I just think this is a potential piece, a low-risk move for the future. He could be good. He wants to play man coverage. We probably won't see him this week because he's still dealing with a back injury. But this is a low-risk move that we're not paying a lot for unless he does well and have to pay a bunch next year.
Also, for all of you who are so high on Ahkello Witherspoon and everything, this is the exact same situation that we were in last year where the risk is so low, right? Because it was low compensation. We restructured, so we're paying little to nothing for him to play out the remainder of these 9 games for us. If he does super well for us, it's a win. If he does super bad for us, what is there to lose? We already are 2-6 on the season. It's not like wow, what a dagger, because we're already doing so poorly. So right. Why not? I'm excited for it. If he can make some plays, then he can make some plays, and maybe this is the revamp that he needs in his career. I know he's old and he's getting up there, but at the same time, I'll take whatever I can get. At this point, anything beats Witherspoon and his stump ass. So why not?
Agreed. Well said. The NFL also had a crazy trade deadline and a trading week. A lot of big-time players on the move. Roquan Smith, a player the Steelers fans have been wanting before the season started. He got traded away to the Baltimore Ravens. So we'll be seeing him twice a week. He looked really good against the Saints. That was really awesome to see. Bradley Chubb got traded from the Broncos to the Dolphins. The Dolphins have used their first-round picks from that that tackle who smoked weed. What's his name?
I just keep thinking Incognito.
No,
but that's not him.
Laramie Tunsil.
There we go.
They stacked a bunch of first-round picks, trading him to Houston, and then stacked even more by trading a lot of picks to San Fran to get Trey Lance. And they've used those first-round picks for Tyreek Hill. I think they moved up to get Jalen Waddle, Bradley Chubb. I mean, it's really working out for them in these trades.
It is.
And Bradley Chubb really didn't. I mean, it was an offensive game this last week. He didn't really do much per se, but exciting for them to get that. Christian McCaffrey to the Niners. Who cares? I don't, but big trade nonetheless. Pretty crazy trade deadline, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, did you touch on TJ Hawkinson too?
Nope. I should.
That was also a really big one. Hawkinson going over from the Lions to the Vikings. The Vikings gave an arm and a leg to get him, but I think they're in such a mentality to let's win and let's win now. Obviously,
They actually didn't.
I thought they gave up a lot.
No, and if I told you that, I think it's because I was not super clear on the details yet.
Okay.
It's actually not that bad. Let me pull it back. Pulling it back. Okay. Pulling it back. Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess
Vikings traded a 2023 second and a 2024 third and received a 2023 fourth and a conditional 2024 fourth. So it's not really as bad.
That's like, dude, they fleeced.
Yeah. Totally.
Anyway, TJ Hawkinson in his first press conference, he's like, I'm actually excited to, practice to win. And I've never said that before. And I was like, yikes. What daggers are you throwing at Detroit? They're already down, and now you're kicking them?
Yeah.
Come on. But, honestly, so true, because talk about a team who can outscore the Steelers any day, but still probably put up an L. So, I mean, I don't know what I'd rather have. Would I rather have a disappointing offense and defense to where we lose games by 3 points, or would I rather put up 40 and still lose? I don't know.
Yeah, that is. Man, I mean, we kind of did that back in the day. Put up 40 points and still lose. So we've already kind of watched that. And I got to say, it was definitely more fun to watch that. I will say that.
Yeah, it definitely was. I just want us to do something, offensively. That would be so nice.
Yeah, it feels like it's been about a decade since we've been able to do anything offensively.
Yeah.
With Claypool being gone, I want to talk a little bit about your opinion on this that I've been seeing online. So Juju finally is getting the trust of Mahomes, and he's playing really well. And a lot of people are saying, "Wow, the Steelers really messed up letting Juju go. They really blew it letting Juju go because look how good he is." I gotta say something, Chris, because this makes me mad. All of you wanted Juju gone. And if you're listening, you might be like, well, I didn't. Sure, maybe 5% of the fans didn't want him gone. But I saw so many people wanted him gone. Chris and I didn't want him gone, but everybody wanted him gone. And we even said on the podcast, we said, oh, I understand why Juju wants to leave because everyone here hates him for no reason. And now he's balling out again. And everyone's like, whoa, Juju's so good. I can't believe it. Wow, how do we let him go? Why did he do that for us? He has Patrick Mahomes, man, and an offensive play caller. We have nobody. So, of course, he's doing bad for us, but I'd still take Juju as my number one over Deontay Johnson.
Mm-hmm. It's an actual case where the grass is greener on the other side. Because even though Juju did not want to leave, obviously we made it so that way he was done in Pittsburgh. He created a brand. He was a family. He loved the community. But hell, I even saw him making some comments being like, you know what? I never ever got to get this in depth with offensive play calling and things like that with Tomlin because he's a defensive minded coach. Whereas with Andy Reid, we actually go through the plays. We understand the concepts of it and everything. And I'm like, God, that must be so nice to have something where you understand. And guy, it's so frustrating. But I agree with you. We never wanted Juju to leave. We knew he was good. But at the same time, oh, gosh, all you people who are such flip-floppy fans, just own up to it. Don't flip the script, so to speak. Just you wanted him gone. Admit that you wanted him gone, and move on from it. Don't be blaming the Steelers for getting rid of him because you all wanted him gone. We knew he was talented and he was a good team builder. But whatever.
And it's okay to root for people who have left the Steelers. It really is, you guys. It's especially some of these guys who left on good terms. This is not Antonio Brown or Le'Veon Bell. It's okay to root for these guys and still cheer for the Steelers because, like Chris said, it used to be the saying, "The grass isn't always greener." Now it is. It's okay to root for Juju. I hope I don't really care for the Chiefs, I guess, as a team because they've been winning games. But if they win the Super Bowl, I'm happy for Juju. The Bears aren't going to do anything, but I hope Claypool balls out. I do hope they lose every game they play so we get a better draft pick.
Fair enough.
But I do hope Claypool balls out. I hope he's happy where he is because I want to see. He didn't leave on bad terms. He was very professional and nice on the day he left. James Conner, I hope he balls out. He still gets injured a lot. He still does.
James.
Cardinals aren't a great team, but yeah, James Conner do well. I know Mike Hilton's had said some bad stuff, but I still liked Mike Hilton as a player for a very long time. I mean, it's okay to still cheer for these dudes when they're gone. And I think people don't realize that at all. I think what's also crazy that I'm seeing online, which I've never experienced before, but at the same time, yes, we have been 2-6 before, but I don't think it's ever felt this bad where we're ranked last and every offensive stat and everything kind of looks bleak right now. I don't think it's ever felt like this before. And I've never seen so many people already doing mock drafts in the midway point of the NFL season. It's nuts, Chris.
It is. It's something that, the idea is there because obviously we've admitted defeat at this point. But at the same time, never in our 20 plus years of watching did this ever happen. And it's ridiculous, but whatever. Do what you want to do. Is this what it feels like?
It must. This must be what it feels like, Chris. I agree. I'm not saying that I'm rooting for us to tank. Like I think some of these
no,
and I get the mock drafts can be fun because especially we had a lot of fun doing that in the off season last year. But like PFS mock drafts are pretty ridiculous. I did one the other day, Chris, where I traded down in our first round pick.
Yep.
To get a lot more picks in the first 4 rounds, and Will Anderson was still there at 11, which is not how it's going to be. It's very unrealistic. So I grabbed Will Anderson. I grabbed the top tackle. I grabbed a cornerback. It's fun to see. It's not realistic, but it's fun nonetheless.
I mean, and we'll also see how that draft grade goes. I've been following a lot of these guys, and honestly, a lot of Alabama people have been kind of disappointing me this year. So who knows? Maybe he will drop. I don't know.
And maybe Jalen Carter will be there. Who knows? But it is pretty crazy that the situation we're in, Chris, that we're, that we're doing mock drafts at week 9 in the NFL season.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of season left. I mean, and we've said this a lot before too, but it's like, I'm personally looking at this back half of the season as a completely different season. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do anything spectacular, but at the same time, we just got done with the hardest span of 4 or 5 games in a row, and now it's like maybe we can find a voice and do something. I don't think we'll make the playoffs by any means. I'm not crazy. I don't even think we'll have a 500 record, even though that would be awesome. But it is impossible now. But I am looking forward to the back half of the season, looking at the people we're playing, because I feel like we can at least be somewhat competitive. Maybe not against Ravens, but who knows? They're divisional. We could play well against them.
I agree, and I've got more to say about that. But first, I want to go into kind of relating to what we're talking about with drafting and doing mock drafts. And I've seen a lot of stuff, Chris, especially after Claypool left. They show a list of our last 5 drafts, of Kevin Colbert's last 5 drafts, and there are a lot of misses because a lot of those players are not on our team anymore, which is kind of crazy to think about because the Steelers usually build to the draft. And a lot of players on our last 5 seasons have not stayed on our team. So what I thought would be fun to do, just something fun, a little different from talking about how bad the Steelers are, is to just do a hindsight redraft of the last 5 years. Now, if you're listening, I'm going to try and explain this the best that I can. What we'll be doing is redrafting the Steelers class from 2017 to 2022 very quickly. This list is this way that I'm going to be doing this is very, very simple, and it's not accurate at all. There are so many variables that I cannot account for. What Chris and I will be trying to do is draft the best player available, or one that was past our pick that could have been available, which if you think about it, if that's how the drafts would have went, our records could have been different. Our draft positions could have been different. I'm not taking away the free agent signings we did, which a lot of those were made to cover up needs that maybe we're actually going to fix here in the draft, Chris. I'm also not counting post-draft trade acquisitions. And what that means is that, like in 2017 in the fall, we traded San Fran for Vance McDonald. I'm actually not going to count that. We're going to erase that so that we never got Vance McDonald. You'll see why, because we'll be drafting somebody in 2017 that will make that not matter, which means that if we don't give San Fran our fourth-round pick, that means I'm going to put that spot in 2018, and we'll be drafting a spot there where that pick would have been. A little confusing, but we'll kind of go through it slowly. Also, the only post-trade acquisition I will do is Minka, because I do believe I'm not going to take away the injuries. Big Ben still gets hurt. They still try to win. They still try to be aggressive. They still trade for Minka. And that's how that's going to go. So in 2017, Chris, our first-round pick is TJ Watt. I'm not changing that. Are you?
You know, he has its ups and downs, but no, I'm keeping that one. That dude's golden.
On number 2, our second-round pick was Juju Smith-Schuster. Now, I was trying to look at this earlier, Chris. We picked Juju late. We picked with the 30th pick of the second round, so pick 62.
Correct.
There's not a lot of players after that, and I think if you still want a receiver, you could maybe go Cooper Kupp here. You could maybe go Alvin Kamara here. At 2017, we still have Le'Veon Bell, but at this point. So, yeah, but we also draft James Conner in this draft, so that doesn't really mean much. So you could go Alvin Kamara here. If that's who you want to keep, you could go. Oh boy, Kareem Hunt, which I'm not going to do.
You could have gone. No, never mind.
That's kind of it before it gets to our next pick. So do you want to keep Cooper, or do you want to keep Juju, or do you want to go for Cooper? Because Juju actually helped us out a lot, and I would like to say that I don't regret that pick.
Also, he had a hell of a rookie year, so I'd probably keep that pick.
Okay, let's keep that. Let's go in the same round is Cam Sutton, or the third round, I should say, is Cam Sutton.
Correct.
I say instead of Cam Sutton, you could get. Actually, I might keep Cam Sutton too. I think the first couple picks for us are really, really solid.
Oh, yeah.
And I like Cam Sutton. And between whoever's available after that is not anyone I get. Maybe Trey Hendrickson, but I feel like isn't he on the Bengals now? Could be wrong there. But
Trey Hendrickson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the Bengals.
Is he good? Right?
Yeah, he is pretty good.
I'd still keep Cam. I mean, he's like the only cornerback we've drafted well. You got to have some honor there. So,
yeah, that's fair.
Let me put these names in real quick. Got Juju. I'm keeping these picks the same as of right now based on who's available, who's left. You could swap out Juju for Cooper Kupp, but I'm going to keep Juju for now. And we lose him too, so it doesn't really matter. The other pick in the third round is James Conner.
Question, what year did we get Terrell Edmonds?
The next year, 2018.
All right, so I have a different pick rather than.
I think I do too. Who do you have?
I have Eddie Jackson, safety for the Bears.
I think I agree with that. As much as I love James Conner, in 2017, Le'Veon Bell did play the full year. He had a really great year, and I love James Conner to death. I love his story from Pittsburgh, but Eddie Jackson would have helped out a lot of things, and especially for that next year to not rush in to get Terrell Edmonds. As much as I like Terrell Edmonds too. Should we switch it up there?
Let's switch it up.
Eddie Jackson. Okay, with the next pick, this is going to be gone too, and I know just who I'm going to get. With the next pick, we drafted. Trying to scroll
Joshua
down.
Dobbs.
Yep. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're not drafting him. We are instead going into the next round of people who are available. So in the fourth round, we're not drafting Josh Dobbs. We're drafting George Kittle.
Ah, yes, Mr. Kittle.
Someone who definitely should have been drafted. I know, right? Okay, so George Kittle.
My God, Desmond King was also in this draft?
Yeah, drafted it super late, too. Corn Elder?
Fifth round.
You remember Corn Elder?
No.
Remember that name? Hilarious.
But does he have the juice?
He sure does.
Can't imagine more beautiful thing.
Up next in the fifth round, we drafted Brian Allen, cornerback. Did not do a thing for us, so definitely want to replace this pick the best we can. But now you get to the point in the draft process where things get a little weird. Oh, I know, just who I wanted to pick. This is perfect because we got rid of James Conner, and maybe you're thinking, hey, we still need a running back for this round. If you want to draft one, Aaron Jones is after that pick. Green Bay starting running back.
No way.
Pick number 182.
Yeah, I'll take Aaron Jones on that one.
Yep, I will as well. Especially as a backup for now. Oh, yeah.
My lord.
Okay, next up is... Oh, boy. Yeah, this next pick is also really bad for us. But, like I said, I don't know if there's going to be anyone better to get. Let me scroll way down to our pick so I can see who's available after our pick at 213, which is we drafted Colin Holba, long snapper from Louisville. Yeah, he's right on the team. I don't know if he made it even past the first year. And who I'm going to replace him with, Chris? Tough to say. Really, really tough to say. No, I don't like anybody left in the sixth. What about this guy? Isn't this guy decent? Afide Odenigbo? Afide Odenigbo?
Sure.
I feel like I've heard that name. He's a defensive end. He was drafted by the Vikings. I don't know if he's still on the Vikings, but I feel like I've heard that name before. Again, it may not matter as much, but should we do that?
Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend I know how to pronounce that name.
Is that it for that draft?
Nope.
Oh, yes, Keon Adams.
Who also didn't make it very far.
I'll tell you what, who cares? Because after that, it's like you have Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and tell you what, if you want to get a quarterback instead of Josh Dobbs, you just get Chad Kelly and then send him to the practice squad. I don't care.
I agree. Yeah, last pick does not matter, and again, maybe we could find a better pick on undrafted free agents if I went and looked at the entire list of the whole year and see which undrafted free agent pick popped off. But I don't have the time for that at all. Again, I'm sick. Pardon me. Okay, Chris. So in 2018, some players that we lost were William Gay, Mike Mitchell, Robert Golden, J.J. Wilcox, Martavis Bryant, and Chris Hubbard, tackle.
Of course.
We signed Bostic, Burnett, and Nate Burr. So we lost free safety, strong safety, cornerback. Ready for what we're gonna do here? 2018 has got some crazy talent.
Yeah, so, I'm ready for it.
All right, 2018. Let's start off. Let me switch my years right here. 2018, the first round, we drafted Terrell Edmonds. But like we just discussed in the last round, we got Eddie Jackson. So, not drafting Terrell Edmonds, in my opinion, this time around. And instead, Chris, my pick, I think this has got to be my pick, especially, Nick Chubb is there, which would love that, but we already just drafted Aaron Jones. Nick Chubb's a way better running back, don't get me wrong. But I feel like Ryan Shazier just got hurt in 2017. Let's get the next guy right away. I think we waited too long. We tried to sign John Bostic. That's not going to cut it. Let's get Darius Leonard, or as he goes by now, Shaquille Leonard.
Check. Yep.
You down with that?
I agree with that one. Yep. Let's go there.
Darius Leonard. Okay. Next up in the second round, pick 60, James Washington. James Washington, not utilized at all well enough like he should have been, but also way better players we could get. After James Washington, Carlton Davis, cornerback. We do need a cornerback. He's played pretty well for the Bucs. There's an option there. Let's see what else we got.
You got Fred Warner.
Which we just drafted Shaquille Leonard, though.
Yeah, but Fred Warner's outside linebacker.
No, he's not.
It says
He's
it right
inside.
here. He was drafted as an outside.
No, well, he plays inside, and my thing says inside. My list says inside.
I'll tell you what, I would draft Orlando Brown Jr.
Let's get to that, because I don't think I'd do that one yet. I think the better option first is going to
Probably
be...
Carlton Davis.
Who?
Carlton Davis.
Well, let me ask you, Carlton Davis or Justin Reed?
Well, we already got a safety in Eddie Jackson, right?
Yeah, but we lost both our safeties. We lost Mike Mitchell, and we lost, what's his face? What did I say? Robert Golden and J.J. Wilcox. So,
Well, for me, let's get Justin Reed.
At free safety now is Sean Davis, the GOAT.
Yep, Justin Reed, the next Sean Davis can see the door.
But we could go Carlton Davis too, Chris, because 2018. Let's go to Steelers depth chart, and I think this will kind of help us maybe round out who we want to do here. Steelers starters. Okay, this is not really what I wanted per se. Is this what I wanted? Not. Oh, it's kind of. Okay, starters. I think, but boom. Okay, Joe Hayden on one side, obviously, great pick there. Cody Sensabaugh on the other side.
Yikes! All right, we need a cornerback ASAP.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then Edmonds started as a rookie, and Sean Davis was the other side. But we have Eddie Jackson now. Does Eddie Jackson actually play free safety?
No, I'm
maybe
pretty sure he's strong.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Eddie Jackson, football player, free safety? Yeah, free safety.
All right, never mind.
So if he's free safety, Chris, and I'm
Yeah.
already knowing that we're getting Minka later.
Yeah.
Maybe this changes that pick in 2017.
Maybe.
What pick was that again? That was the fourth one? Let me just see who's available real quick. Again. As we said Eddie Jackson. Let me see if there's anybody else even worth. Carl Lawson? Nah, let's keep it. It's not going to be perfect, but let's keep it. Okay. So Justin Reed, I think he's strong safety.
Gotcha. I have no idea. You know these players better than I do.
Well, I'm just Googling them. Yeah, it's looking like it. Yeah, strong safety.
Then let's do it. I would say Justin. Screw the corners. Let's go a year with Cody Sensabaugh.
Well, maybe we'll find another cornerback in this draft. Who knows?
Maybe.
Okay, next up, we drafted Mason Rudolph.
Keep it.
We could. Or
You could get Orlando Brown Jr.
Yeah. Especially after
I agree with that one.
We just lost Chris Hubbard, too. The Browns overpaid for him. Orlando Brown's a way better option anyways. Also taking Cap out of the equation because we're just drafting all studs. Okay. So now, we have another third-round pick.
Yeah, we got Chucks,
which is not bad as another tackle, but we just drafted a tackle. So let's see who else is available.
So probably wouldn't do that.
Alex Cap is a better tackle, to be honest.
True,
Mason
but
Cole.
I can't imagine we'd take 2 tackles.
Yeah, we could to really revamp that line. Mason Cole, which would be hilarious.
That would be kind of funny, wouldn't it?
Who else is on here? Not a lot of. Ooh.
What?
Okay. I'm switching our safety pick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm switching it. Okay, so I'm switching it back. I'm switching it to Carlton Davis. Okay. We're just drafting the Buccaneers players at this point. So I'm going back to Carlton Davis, cornerback, right?
Then Jordan Whitehead.
Yep. Got to, dude. He's a good safety.
That he is.
And Jordan Whitehead. Okay, and with our next pick, we're not doing, we're just like I talked to you about before, we get our 4th rounder back, so we're not doing any trades post draft. We're not counting those. So we don't do the Vance McDonald trade. So we have a 4th round pick, and it's pick number 128. So the 4th round at 128, the Niners picked Kentavious Street. Don't know who that is. Let's see who else is available. Oh, I mean, I got my answer right now, I think. Yeah, I think I got my answer. Some D-line help. Josh Sweat from the Eagles picked up.
Sure.
Great rotational
I'm all
piece.
for Sweat. You telling me you don't want Jannard Avery?
No, because the Steelers did not want him after 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Which was stupid. Okay, next up is our normal 5th round pick, which was Marcus Allen, a staple on our team, but I would not be upset if we wanted to replace him.
Correct.
Could go Quisenberry. I know we still have Marquise Pouncey, but hindsight's 2020. We know he's not going to last forever. Could go a tight end. I know we just got Kittle, so maybe not. Ooh,
Honestly, don't know who I'd pick.
Yeah, it's about all of our options, but before our next round pick, or before our next pick comes up. Oh, boy. I say, in my opinion, Chris, and this might be just like a throwaway pick, but I say Questenberry for depth.
Sure.
Pretty decent center.
Sure.
Questenberry. Okay, next up, I think we have another pick in here that. Oh no, I just missed one. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so next up is the Jalen Samuels pick, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's the Jalen Samuels pick. He was pretty serviceable for us, but I mean, we could do that. So because that way we could have another running back. Because Le'Veon Bell's gone; he's suspended for the whole year. We have Aaron Jones right now, and that's it. I mean, we got some other scrubs too, but at least Jalen Samuels was like productive, and I don't really see anybody right away that I would go for. Do you? Besides maybe Marquez Valdez-Scantling to replace Martavis Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
Sure.
Keep Warren or go MVS?
MVS.
Okay. Okay, now we got another pick back from Tampa Bay that we traded. So we get pick 202. Wherever that is. There it is. They did Jack Sitchy. Let's see who's after that. Anyone decent? Probably not.
Nope.
Cedric Wilson, he's decent, but we just picked up a receiver.
I feel like at this point it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just get some defensive line depth. We'll do Trayvon Young. Because, we already nailed the first 5 picks.
Oh yeah, the rest of the draft does not matter, I feel like, after this point.
Yeah, the last pick's Joshua Frazier. I'll just take a gander at anybody who's after that. Oh, I do see a name, which is hilarious. Which actually, that's perfect for a running back. I know. Okay, so actually, there is someone I'm going to take in the 7th round that's actually going to be helpful, Chris. Let me see what I pick. Okay, perfect. Justin Jackson, running back.
Yeah, I saw that name. But we also just got Aaron Jones.
Yeah, but like I said, but we don't have Le'Veon Bell. So we have Aaron Jones and then nobody.
We probably have like some dude.
That's a good backup as far as I'm concerned. So to recap, 2017, TJ Watt, Juju, Cam, Eddie Jackson, George Kittle, Aaron Jones, a couple nobodies. Then 2018, where what could have been, Chris, in 2018? Darius Leonard, Carlton Davis, Orlando Brown, Jordan Whitehead, Josh Sweat, Scott Questenberry, MVS, Trayvon Young, and Justin Jackson. Golly.
Yeah, God. Talk about just steal.
Okay, and then we'll do one more, and then we'll save the next half because there's actually 6 picks because it's actually 6 drafts that we're going to be redoing, and so we'll do this one more, and then we'll save the next 3 for next week. How about that, Chris?
Sure.
So in 2019, Chris, we lost Le'Veon, of course, Jesse James, LJ Fort. We lost AB. We lost Marcus Gilbert. We lost AV, Alejandro Villanueva, Burnett, and Bostic. Oh, wait, not Villanueva. I think I just wrote AB twice because I'm dumb. Never mind. Burnett and Bostic. We signed Steven Nelson, Moncrief, and Mark Barron. 2019. Okay, so here's the thing I'm going to say about 2019, Chris. Because we drafted Darius Leonard.
Yep.
We no longer, in my opinion, need to trade up for Devin Bush.
Correct. So we'll stick at the 20 spot. God, it's so hard to do this when, accounting for all the other players that we just acquired and got, because now I'm like, I don't know who's on our team.
That's why I have the list in front of me as well. So, with no Devin Bush trade, we gain our 2nd round pick back in this draft. We get a draft pick for 2020, and we pick at number 20. So, with that being said, Chris, let's go to number 20 and see who's after that. I know we lost so many. We lost Marcus Gilbert. That's a staple tackle. Another quarterback. We got Steven Nelson. We're probably good on quarterbacks right now, so let's just see who's after 20 and kind of go from there. A name that sticks out to you and just see if it fits, right? You could get the better Sweat, Montez Sweat. He's good.
And do that.
Could do that. Go ahead.
Yeah, Byron Murphy or Deebo Samuel.
Ooh. Man, do we go Deebo? Because he kind of fit what we're doing right now, too.
And knowing that Canada's the inevitable, why not? But he would have been so long gone. Just like how I want to be long gone.
We could do Deebo.
Let's do Deebo.
I don't know if I put the number of where our 2nd round pick would have been, which sucks.
See, because Tuitt still played this year, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know if Sweat would be the option.
Yeah, you're right. I think Debo's a really good option, especially because we lost AB too.
Mm-hmm.
First pick of the draft, Debo Samuel. Interesting pick, but I think it'll be a good one. But now we have the second round pick again.
What number?
52, I believe. Yeah, this was traded from Denver to Cincinnati. Okay, so they did Drew Sample, so 52. So anything after 52?
Oh gosh.
Not really. It's kind of a bad draft class, huh?
Yeah, I would say.
I'm not doing DK. You can guess again.
Yikes.
Although he's the best one on that list. Jeepers. I'm going to the third. Well, okay. Well, that pick's not there anymore, is it? Or is it? We still have this pick? Yeah, we do. Ah, shoot. We picked like right away in the next one.
Yeah, I mean the next one I'd probably if we're sticking with a wide receiver, I'd probably go Terry McLaurin, whatever.
Right. So we got to find somebody else in here. I mean, is there just even way better third rounders to do?
Between those two picks, no. I mean, maybe you could do Lonnie Johnson Jr., the cornerback, but
Yeah, yikes, man.
he okay.
He truly is okay. Should you just do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, yikes, man. It's not great.
Also, we're probably not going to get a wide receiver since we just got Debo, I would imagine.
Well, we could though because we have Juju, Debo, and a bunch of other scrubs, right?
That's true.
Let me see. Jumping ahead. Oh, so we don't have James Washington anymore. Say we have Juju, Debo. Who else is wide receiver? I'm trying to go to it. Deion Kane.
You've said enough.
Johnny Holton.
Terry McLaurin, welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, Tevin Jones. Dante Moncrief. Yeah, I've seen enough.
All right. Hi, Terry.
I'll take them both. I mean, Juju, Debo, and Terry.
You're set.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, and then after that Deontay Johnson pick is Justin Lane.
Gross.
Woof.
Let's get Trey Pipkins.
Well, hold on, I'm trying to find where we're at. Oh, there we are. Is that who you're thinking? That's probably a good pick.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I'm just looking at the other names real quick. Yeah, it's a good pick. Let's do that. Tackle.
Cool.
It's kind of a weak draft class, though.
Very much so.
Okay, Trey Pipkins. After that, we drafted
Benny Snell.
Yeah, Benny.
God, this sucks.
Where's he at? Oh, there he is. Okay, Benny Snell. After Benny. Boy, well, are we kind of stacked on running backs? I'll take him, though.
Yeah, were you looking at Tony Pollard?
Yeah. I mean, if that's our best option, bro, I'll take Tony Pollard.
Why not?
Yeah,
Let's get a third guy in there.
You never know what's going to happen to Justin Jackson, too.
True.
I mean, the Steelers in real life drafted a running back like 4 years in a row, so.
That's what we do best.
We drafted Connor, Benny, McFarland, and Najee.
God damn.
Okay, so we actually lose a draft pick in here somewhere, Chris? We lose one of our 6 rounders, just so you know.
Maybe the first one.
It is the first one. That's the one we lose. You're right. So 192 would be next.
192.
Yep. Isaiah
With
Bugs. Yep.
Which, like, God, after Bugs, do you just keep Bugs?
We could. It might, yeah, like I said, it might not matter anymore. I'm just gonna I'll do a quick look. Trace McSorley.
God, I'd probably keep Bugs because I felt like he didn't do a bad job.
Yeah, I feel like we mismanaged him too, in my opinion. Next is UG3. Anyone after UG3?
I don't even see him on this list.
He's at 207.
Oh, here he is.
Is DeMarcus Christmas better? At least he plays, right?
That's fair.
We'll go DeMarcus Christmas. And last but not least, Derwin Gray, which it might not matter at this point. I'll just check the 7th round real quick. Where are we at? Where's Derwin Gray? Oh, there he is. You see anybody you like? Myles Gaskin was a 7th round pick. That's crazy.
Yeah, we got 3 running backs, man.
No, I don't want him. I'm just saying. It's crazy.
So true.
Nah, it doesn't matter. They all suck.
All right, Derwin, welcome.
Welcome to the team, Derwin. Okay, so that is the 2017, 2018, and 2019 redrafts right now. I would say, Chris, 2019 is the weakest, but we're looking really solid. I mean,
yeah.
Really solid. I think we could stand. We still have Bud Dupree right now, but we could stand to kind of prepare for that and get another outside edge person. 2020 is coming up, and that's an Alex Smith. We might keep him. We'll see what happens there. But above all good. So tune in next week to see how that finishes out. But I thought that was pretty fun, Chris, to kind of take a break away from Steelers football for a second.
True.
Back to Steelers football. We can make it really quick.
Yeah.
Like you said before, we have an easier schedule coming up. It's weird. I'm not taking anything away from Kenny Pickett on what he's done with his stats, but I almost feel like, in a sense, you can kind of start over and start reevaluating him right now. If his next 8 games go way better than his first 4, use that information for what you will. I just want to see him get some confidence. Do what he can do. I'm not going to do keys of the game, Chris. It's the same keys of the game every frickin' week.
That's fine.
They said that they're going to play better. We'll see if they actually do. Kenny said they're going to play better, that they've worked on things. We'll see if that actually happens.
I hope so.
Let's do game picks. Let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
Trying to currently pull it up. Help. There we go. Okay. Falcons at Panthers. Kind of crazy. They just played, and DJ Moore almost had the game-winning touchdown and got a flag for no reason.
But I'm going to keep it up and say Falcons.
I am too. Seahawks at Buccaneers in Germany.
Dude, easy game. Geno Smith, Seahawks.
I completely agree. I don't know if you know this, Chris, but the Buccaneers are favored in this game. I don't know how the Buccaneers are favored in this game at all, but whatever.
Well, Tom Brady is German.
Oh, sure. German for... Never mind. I was going to make a bad joke. Lions at Bears.
Oh, my.
There it is.
There. That one worked better. I'm going to say Bears.
I am as well. Browns at Dolphins.
Dolphins. Screw the Browns.
Same and same. Broncos at Titans.
Titans.
Agreed. We're doing really well, Chris. Vikings at Bills.
So I think this is where I might be different because I know Josh Allen is dealing with a UCL ligament injury.
Potentially.
I know it's day to day, but at the same time, that shit hurts. So I'm going to say the Vikings.
Yeah, if Josh Allen doesn't play, I would say Vikings win, but for the sake of that we have to pick this now, I'll say Bills, because I think he might play.
Do it.
And if he doesn't play, Case Keenum's going to play. He's the GOAT, so.
He is. He is.
Texans at Giants.
Giants. The G-Men.
Yep, same. Jags at Chiefs.
Obviously not the Jaguars. Go Chiefs.
Yeah, same there. Saints at Steelers.
This might be one of the last times I pick the Steelers. Go Steelers.
Yeah, I'm picking them as well. Saints coming off a Monday night game. Steelers have a bye week. They better be ready to play. Colts at Raiders.
The Raiders, I guess. I think Jeff Saturday coached a high school team.
Exactly. I was going to say if you think I'm going to pick Jeff Saturday and a 30-year-old offensive assistant who's calling plays, who found out yesterday he's calling plays, I'm not picking the Colts. Picking the Raiders.
Listen, Raiders don't have a coach either, so.
True. Cardinals at Rams.
Cardinals, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Kyler Murray didn't practice today. Stafford's in the concussion protocol. I think I'll pick Cardinals as well. Cowboys at Packers.
Cowboys, because Packers are abysmal.
Yep, I agree. Cowboys there. Chargers at 49ers.
49ers.
I'm also picking 49ers. I think Chargers are kind of a disappointing team in my eyes.
Very much so. The whole AFC West, other than
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Yeah.
Commanders at Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah, I don't see the Eagles losing the game until week 13. So that'll do it there. Me and Chris had one game different. So that's not going to help out the box score, but we'll see. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to this long one. I'm actually excited to talk about more of the redrafts next week, just to get from something different. Hopefully we can talk about a win and detail that. Again, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and not Pornhub.
Or can you?
Or can you? Anyways, I'm your host, Dominic. This is my brother, Chris. And we will see you guys next week. Chris, do you have any last words?
Yeah, I guess go Steelers, dude.
Insightful. Thank you very much. See you guys next week.
Peace out.